Hey everyone, welcome back to Mr. English Podcast. I'm John.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anna.
Hey Anna, how are you today?
I'm good. A little tired, but good. And you?
I'm good too. But yesterday was crazy.
Oh, really? What happened?
Yesterday started perfectly. I woke up early, the weather was beautiful, and I felt great. I looked outside and thought, wow, this is a perfect morning. So I decided to take my bike. Just a short ride, nothing special. I started riding. Everything felt amazing. Fresh air, quiet street, no stress. And then I didn't see something. A branch on the road. It was just lying there. And I hit it with my front wheel. The wheel stopped, but I didn't. I flew forward like a confused bird. Not my best moment in life. I fell hard. My elbow hit the ground, my hands got scratched, my knees too. And my bike? The front wheel bent immediately. For a second, I just stayed on the ground, thinking, what just happened? Then people came to help me. A woman, a man from a shop, and another guy stopped. Everyone asked if I was okay, and honestly, I didn't know. I said, I think so, but I'm not sure. I tried to stand up. I felt a little dizzy. Not dramatic, but definitely not stable. Then I looked at my bike. And wow, my poor bike. The front wheel was bent. Completely bent. It looked like modern art. At that moment, I understood. This day was not going to be normal.
Oh, wow. That sounds painful. Were you scared?
A little, yes. Not panic, but surprise. Everything happened so fast. 1 second I was riding, next second I was on the ground. And then one man said, "We should call an ambulance." At first, I wanted to say no. I thought, I'm strong, I'm okay. But then I looked at my arm again, and I saw blood. Not a lot, but enough. Enough to say, okay, call it. So they called the ambulance, and I sat on a bench near the road, just sitting there, thinking about life. And also thinking, why didn't I see that branch? It was not invisible. It was just me, not paying attention.
Oh, John. Classic. When you relax too much.
So, I was sitting on that bench, waiting for the ambulance. People were around me, talking, asking questions, and I was just thinking, wow, this escalated quickly. Then I heard the ambulance, and it came fast. 2 medical workers came out, very calm, very professional. And me? I was sitting there like, hello, I fell. One of them asked me, can you move your arm? And I said, yes, but I don't want to. He didn't laugh. Again, no reaction.
Oh, no. Your jokes are not working today. Very sad.
Very sad, yes. They checked my elbow, my hands, my knees. Everything hurt a little. Then one of them looked at my bike and said, your wheel is finished. And I thought, yes, thank you, I noticed. Then they helped me stand up. Slowly. Very slowly. I walked to the ambulance, trying to look normal. But inside, I was thinking, I look like a disaster. Inside the ambulance was quiet. No drama, no panic. Just light, calm voices. And me, sitting there. One of them started cleaning my wounds. And wow, that hurt. I said, I survived the fall, but this is worse. Again, no laugh.
Oh, John, they are professionals, not comedians.
I know, but still. We arrived at the hospital. They took me inside. A nurse came in and asked, "What happened?" And I said, "I fought a tree." Then I said, "Sorry, a branch." She looked at me like she has heard worse stories. Then she started cleaning everything properly. My elbow, my hands, my knees, everything stung. I was sitting there like, this is my life now. Then a doctor came in, calm, serious. He moved my arm and asked, "Does this hurt?" And I said, "Only when you touch it." Still, no laugh.
I think you were not very helpful. Doctors like clear answers.
Yes, I understand that now. But the good news was, nothing was broken. No fractures, no serious damage. Just scratches, small cuts, and bruises. And my pride, also damaged. They cleaned everything, put bandages on my hands and elbow. I looked at myself and thought, wow, I look like a movie character. A very small, not important movie, but still. I stayed there maybe 1 hour, maybe 2, sitting, resting, thinking. And suddenly, I remembered something. My dog.
Oh no. You left him at home, alone?
Yes, alone. And I thought, oh no, this is not good. He was waiting for me. He expected a quick walk. And instead, I disappeared in an ambulance. That's when I really wanted to go home. When the doctor said, "You can go," I was very happy. I stood up carefully, thanked everyone, and walked out like a hero. A very broken hero. But I didn't know yet that the real surprise was waiting at home.
Wait, so you went home after the hospital? You were tired, injured, and alone. I feel like something else happened there.
Oh yes, something definitely happened. I opened the door slowly, thinking, okay, finally home. And then I stopped, because I saw something on the floor, right in the middle of the corridor. And I just stood there, looking at it. And it was a message from my dog. A very emotional message. He couldn't wait. He really couldn't. And honestly, I understood. I looked at him, and he looked at me. Big eyes, like, I'm sorry, but also, where were you? And I said, it's okay, my friend. I understand. I was tired, a little in pain, but not angry, because it wasn't his fault.
Oh no, that is terrible. And also a little funny. Poor dog, he really tried to wait.
Exactly. So I cleaned everything. Slowly. Very slowly. Like a broken adult trying to be responsible. And after that, I took the leash. I said, let's go. And he became very happy. And me? I moved like an old man. Very slow, very careful. Every step reminded me about the fall. My knees hurt. My elbow pulled. But we went outside anyway.
That's actually very nice. You still went out with him after everything. Not everyone would do that.
Yeah. We walked to the park. He was running, jumping, smelling everything. Living his best life. And I was behind him like, wait, slow down, please. People looked at me. Bandages, slow walk. I looked like I lost a fight. And honestly, I did. One old man asked, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I lost a fight with a branch." And finally, he laughed. First person all day.
Finally, someone understood you. Your jokes found the right audience. That must feel good.
After that moment in the park, I slowly started to feel better. Not physically, but mentally. Because at first, the day felt terrible. Everything went wrong. But now, it started to feel funny. I looked at my dog running around, and I thought, okay, this is not so bad. Yes, I fell. Yes, I hurt myself. But I'm okay. And now I have a story. A very strange story, but a good one. Sometimes life is like that. Bad moment, good story later.
I really like that idea. Bad moment, good story later. It makes everything feel easier.
Exactly. Then I sat down on a bench in the park, just for a minute. Or maybe 10 minutes. My dog came back to me, sat next to me, very calm. And I just looked around. Trees, people, quiet morning. And I thought, okay, life is still good. Even after a fall, even after a bad start. That moment was simple, but very important. It helped me relax, because before that, everything felt too fast. Fall to people, to ambulance, to hospital, and now, just a quiet park.
That contrast is beautiful, from chaos to calm. It feels very real.
Yes. After that, we walked a little more. Slowly. Very slowly. I didn't want to fall again. One time was enough. My dog was still happy. He forgot everything already. No stress, no thinking, just living. I think we can learn from that. Not everything needs to stay in our head. Some things we can just let go. Like a bad morning, or a fight with a branch.
That's a very good lesson. Don't think too much about bad moments. Just move forward.
Exactly. Then we came back home. This time, no surprises. No messages on the floor, everything clean. I made tea again, sat down, slowly, and finally relaxed. And that's when I thought, this day is crazy, but also kind of perfect. Not perfect like I planned, but perfect like a story. And I knew one thing. I have to tell Anna this.
And I'm very happy you did. This is a great story. Painful, but very interesting.
So yeah, that was my perfect morning.
Perfect? Are you serious? That sounds like a disaster.
It was a disaster. A beautiful disaster. Now it's funny.
Okay, now it's funny, yes. But yesterday? Not so much.
Yesterday was pain. Today is content. That's the difference.
I like that. Pain to content. Very modern philosophy.
Exactly. Bike broken. Elbow hurting. Dog surprise at home. Full package.
Poor you. And poor dog, too. He really tried.
He did. He was like, I'm sorry, but also not sorry. And I understood him.
That's true. Not his fault. Still funny.
Yeah. So now I have a story. A very strange story, but a good one.
Yes, and a very useful story. For learning English, too.
Exactly. Simple words, real situation. Easy to remember.
So let's make a small summary. Today we talked about John's day. He went for a bike ride, hit a branch, and fell. Then people helped him. Ambulance came, and he went to the hospital. After that, he came home and found a surprise from his dog. Then he cleaned everything, went for a walk in the park, and finally relaxed. A bad morning, but a very good story.
Yes, perfect summary. Much better than my version.
Thank you. And now it's your turn. Write in the comments a small story about your day. Something funny, something strange, or something unexpected. Even 2 to 3 simple sentences are enough. Practice your English and share your story with us. And don't forget to subscribe. We are here to help you learn and enjoy English.
Yes. Subscribe, keep listening, and watch out for branches. See you in the next episode.